Of Srila Prabhupada Vyas Puja, I would like to do my offerings. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine iti name. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatare. So, first of all, I would like to start with the shloka which is found in Adi Purana, wherein it's been mentioned, ये मे भक्त जना पार्था ना मे भक्ताश्च ते जना मत् भक्तानां च ये भक्तास् ते मे भक्तात्मा मतः. Lord Krishna told Arjuna, those who are directly my devotees are actually not my devotees, but those who are devotees of my servant are factually my devotees. So, in context with this verse, it is understood that those who approach Krishna directly, they are not going to get the mercy of Krishna, but instead, when you approach Krishna through the spiritual master, through the guru, you would be able to approach Krishna. So, before coming into ISKCON, I describe my mind according to this following verse, which is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 5th chapter, 10th verse. Na yadvachaschitrapadam hareryasho jagat pavitram pragranita karhichit tadvayasam tirthamushanti manasa na yatra hamsa niramanti usikshaya. Those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for crows. Since the all perfect persons are inhabitants of the transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure there. So according to this verse, a place where only mundane things are discussed, it is compared to a place of pilgrimage for the crows. So I compare my mind exactly according to this verse prior to coming into ISKCON. But when I entered into ISKCON by the association of all the senior devotees who are full with the qualities which is explained in the next verse, Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishlokam abadhavati api namani anantasya yashonkitani yat shrण्वन्ति gayanti grinanti sadhava. On the other hand, that literature which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc. of the unlimited Supreme Lord is a different creation, full of transcendental words directed towards bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by purified men who are thoroughly honest. So ISKCON is a place wherein you will get the association of the devotees who will fulfill the desire of a person who would like to make advancement in the spiritual life. Recently we celebrated Incorporation Day of ISKCON. In ISKCON Incorporation document, Srila Prabhupada imparts the 7 purposes of ISKCON. So the first purpose of ISKCON is to systematically propagate spiritual knowledge to society at large and to educate all peoples in the techniques of spiritual life, in order to check the imbalance of values in life and to achieve real unity and peace in the world. So, as I compare, means Prabhupada has given 7 purposes of ISKCON. From all the 7 purposes of ISKCON, I would like to contemplate on the first purpose of ISKCON. That is, how it has helped me to come into the spiritual path. That is, I had imbalance of values in life. So through ISKCON, it's a kind of society wherein it is not only your religious principles, but ISKCON is a home wherein you can practice these religious principles. So I offer my humble obeisances to Srila Prabhupada for facilitating such a wonderful atmosphere for those who would like to carry on in the path of devotional service. And I beg for the mercy of Srila Prabhupada to remove the propensity of discussing mundane things, that is compared to a pilgrimage center of the crows, and fill my mind with the text of Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 5th chapter, 11th verse, that is Shrunvanti Gayanti Grinanti Sadhava. So I beg for the mercy of Srila Prabhupada on the occasion of Srila Prabhupada Vyas Puja. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.